Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going over frontside Smith grinds on boxes and ledges, specifically boxes and ledges, not rails. I've already done a video talking about how to do a front Smith, and I think that was mostly geared toward rails. And I've also gotten a request for this specific video on how to do them on boxes and ledges. Over the many years I've had this channel, I remember the first time I got this request, I thought it was too specific of a request to do a video on, but over the years, many people started asking for the same thing. And after trying front Smiths on ledges myself, I started to realize how it could be difficult and how this could be a common thing that many people are trying to overcome. So this video is just specifically dealing with those problems. You know, why is it difficult to do a front Smith on a ledge and how you can overcome those obstacles. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that the front wheel is not up against the ledge when you lock into the Smith grind. You don't want it scraping against the side of the ledge, because that's the easiest way to stop your grind and to make you fly forward. And that's the main problem with doing it on a ledge. You know, you end up stopping your grind. You may get into it, and then it seems like the board just doesn't want to grind, and then you end up falling forward. So I think that's the most common problem with doing it on a ledge, and I think that's one of the most obvious things that you can do to avoid that. Make sure that the front trucks or the front wheels are not touching or scraping the ledge in any way. The second thing is your weight distribution. Make sure that you're not hovering on top of the ledge too much. You could get away with doing that if you're doing it on a rail, but on a ledge, you don't really have the luxury of being able to lean your shoulders and everything else on top of the ledge so much. You have to lean back a little bit, because if you lean too much weight on top of the ledge, if your shoulders are over on the other side of the ledge, that's going to put too much weight on the wheel that sits on top of the ledge, and that can also prevent you from grinding or sliding. It can stop the grind entirely, and you can end up falling forward again. So just make sure that your shoulders are either lined up with the grinding surface or that your shoulders are behind the ledge. You want to make sure that you don't really go over the grinding surface too much, if that makes sense. The third problem is with the wheel that ends up riding on the surface of the ledge. You want to make sure that, like I mentioned before, you're not putting too much weight on that wheel. And that wheel itself does not, it doesn't just roll along, it also kind of slides along the surface. So if the surface that the wheel is touching is not slick enough to allow it to slide, similar to a power slide, it's going to stop you from grinding also. So the best way to take care of that is to make sure that the top of the ledge where that wheel slides along is waxed enough to accommodate that. So those are the three main issues with doing a Smith on a ledge. Hopefully that cleared it up for you guys. You don't want the front truck or wheel touching the ledge at all, if possible. You also want to make sure that your weight is distributed properly to where your shoulders aren't really hovering over on the other side of the ledge. And you also want to make sure that the surface that the back wheel is sliding on, the surface of the ledge, is slick enough to accommodate it, you know, either with wax or in some cases the material itself is slick enough to allow your wheel to slide. So those are my tips on doing a front Smith grind on ledges. Again, you know, not a video talking about how to Smith grind from scratch, but just talking about the problems you'll come across when you're trying it on a ledge. So hopefully that cleared some things up for you guys. Feel free to comment below even your weird, strange requests, because if enough people request the same thing, I'll definitely consider making it into a video. So see you guys next time.